And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Hey folks, today we're taking a look at a small game from Gamewright called Over Under, the game of guesstimates. This is a game in which you are trying to guess an answer to a question that has a numerical answer, like, for example, how many square feet are in an acre, or in what year did Satchel Paige make his pitching debut with the U.S. Negro Southern League. And so you have to guess then if the answer given is over the correct answer, under the correct answer, or spot on. Let me show you. Okay, in this game you're going to take this whole stack of cards. I guess you could take a smaller stack of it, so we'll do that. We'll take a smaller stack of cards here, and one person's going to be the question answer first. So that person's going to read one of the three questions on the card. So they might say, how many states are there in Germany, and what year was the electron discovered? The 1903 film, The Great Train Robbery, was the longest commercial movie that had been then made. How long did it last? That's a question. So I asked that to the rest of the players. Then they together decide as a group what their answer will be. So let's say they say 27 minutes. Now I have to guess whether that's over the actual answer, under the actual answer, or spot on. So, I don't know. That's kind of old, I think. I think it would be really short. So I'm going to say their answer is over. So we flip it over, and it's 12 minutes. All right. I was correct. They were over. So I get to keep the card, and my turn's over. I pass it to the next person. Had they gone under and I had been correct, same thing. However, if they had said 12 minutes and I had said spot on, then I would have kept the card and I would get to go again. And then I would ask the next card and the group again would answer to me. And so this will keep going until the stack of cards is depleted. Obviously, you're going to take a stack of 20 to 40 cards so that the game will have an ending. And whoever has the most cards is the winner. You can also play a Press Your Luck, where you can get, except that if you guess correctly, you can read any other question from the next card. But if you make a wrong guess ever, you lose all the cards you've gotten on that turn. That's it. Now, incidentally, this concept for this game is not necessarily new. It's very similar to that of Wits and Wagers, in which case you're trying to guess who's closest to the correct answer without going over. This turns the whole thing on its head by having a group answer as a whole, and then you're trying to guess whether that group is correct or not. Here's the way the situation works. In a group setting, first of all, getting a group to agree on an answer is kind of a problem in of itself, because you're going to eventually come down to two people who argue a lot. So how does the group decide? So I look in the rules. If the group cannot agree, well, it doesn't actually answer that question. So, I mean, we did paper, rock, scissors in our situation, but what if the group really can't agree? I mean, that's a very strong possibility. Then, if the group does agree, there's a good chance they're right. Or at least they're close to the correct answer, because maybe someone in the group happens to know that fact. There are many, many questions in this deck that I know the answer for. But that's a moot point. The point is, the whole thing comes down to, I just wasn't a big fan of this game. And I'll tell you why. Because having the group guess and then you go over, under, ooh, I'm right, I kept the card. There was no excitement there at all. You're just guessing whether the other people are right or wrong. Sure, it's educational, I suppose, and it's interesting and it's a way to pass time, but I think it would have been maybe more interesting had maybe have each person give an answer, then you pick one of them, or I don't know. It just didn't work. The whole idea of having a group answer and then you go, group, you're right or you're wrong. It just, in practice, did not work. Did not work at all. In fact, I thought maybe just the whole reverse of the game would have worked better. Had the group asked one person, that person gives an answer, then each person in the group decides whether that person's over or under. And then each person gets a point. I don't know. It seems like there's just something missing here. It's small, it's easy, it's portable, can be brought out at a dinner table, easy to play, doesn't even really need a table to play it at. Those are all benefits to the game. but the whole group versus individual thing didn't work out as much as I'd like it to, so I'm going to give this over-under game a pass.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at Dicetowernetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.
Shut the door!